Hello, my friends. Today I am going to tell you about one of the most inspiring and beautiful stories in the world. This story is from the book The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. It's a story about dreams, courage, and the journey to find your true purpose in life. This is not just a story. It's a lesson for all of us. If you want to improve your English and learn new words while enjoying an amazing story, this is perfect for you. Let's start from the very beginning and take it step by step. Remember, I will explain everything in detail so you understand it easily and enjoy listening. Part 1. The Boy and His Dreams. The story begins in Andalusia, Spain. There is a young boy named Santiago. He is about 16 years old, with bright eyes and a curious mind. Santiago is a shepherd. Do you know what a shepherd is? A shepherd is someone who takes care of sheep. Santiago travels from one place to another with his sheep. He loves his sheep, but Santiago also loves something else, traveling and learning about the world. He carries a book in his bag and reads it when he has time. He also talks to his sheep as if they are his friends. One night, Santiago sleeps in an old, abandoned church. The roof of the church has fallen, so when Santiago looks up, he can see the stars in the sky. He feels peaceful. But something strange happens that night. Santiago has a dream, and it's not an ordinary dream. In this dream, a child appears to him and says, "Santiago, there is a treasure for you. It is hidden in Egypt near the pyramids. Go and find it." Santiago wakes up, confused. He wonders, why did I dream about this treasure? Is it real? Should I go to Egypt? But Santiago does not know the answer. He keeps thinking about the dream for many days. One day, Santiago decides to visit a gypsy woman. A gypsy is someone who can tell the future. She reads people's hands or dreams. Santiago tells her about his dream. He explains everything, the child, the treasure, and the pyramids. The gypsy woman listens carefully. Then she says, "I don't want any money from you, but if you find the treasure, you must give me 10% of it." Santiago is surprised. He asks, "Why do you believe in my dream?" The gypsy replies, "Dreams are the language of God. When he speaks to us in dreams, we must listen." After meeting the gypsy, Santiago feels a little lost. He sits in the marketplace, thinking about his life. Suddenly, an old man appears. He is dressed like a king. The old man introduces himself as Melchizedek, the king of Salem. The old man tells Santiago something amazing. He says, "You have a personal legend. Do you know what that is?" Santiago shakes his head. The old man explains, "A personal legend is your purpose in life. It is what you are meant to do. For you, Santiago, your personal legend is to find the treasure." The old man gives Santiago some advice. When you want something very deeply, the whole universe helps you to achieve it. But you must have courage and follow your dreams. Melchizedek shows Santiago two magical stones, Urim and Thummim. These stones will help Santiago make decisions. One stone means yes, and the other means no. He gives the stones to Santiago and says, "Go follow your dream." Santiago is nervous but excited. Should he leave his comfortable life as a shepherd to chase a dream? Should he sell his sheep and travel to a faraway land? The idea scares him, but he remembers the old man's words. When you want something deeply, the universe will help you. Finally, Santiago decides to be brave. He sells his sheep and takes the money. He is ready to start his journey to Egypt, where the treasure is waiting for him. Part 2. The journey begins. Santiago has made a big decision. He sold his sheep, the animals he has cared for and loved, and now he is ready to begin his adventure to Egypt in search of the treasure from his dream. But how will he begin? Where should he go first? Santiago has no map and doesn't know exactly how to reach the pyramids. Santiago takes a ship to the North African coast, landing in a city called Tangier. It's a busy city filled with people from many different countries. The air smells of spices and the sound of voices fills the streets. Santiago has never seen anything like it before. He feels a little nervous. The city is full of strangers, and Santiago doesn't speak the language very well. He only knows a little Arabic, so communication is hard. He doesn't have any friends here, and he's starting to feel unsure of his decision. What if the treasure is just a dream? What if he has made a mistake? But Santiago remembers what the old king, Melchizedek, told him. When you want something with all your heart, the universe will help you. So he pushes aside his fear and tries to stay focused on his goal. Santiago walks around the busy streets of Tangier, trying to find someone who can help him. Suddenly, a boy approaches him. The boy says he can help Santiago find the way to the pyramids. Santiago feels relieved and follows him without thinking too much. But as they walk deeper into the city, Santiago is tricked. The boy grabs his bag and runs away with it. Santiago is shocked. He feels betrayed and angry. How could someone take advantage of him like this? He is left with nothing but the clothes on his back. He stands in the middle of the street, feeling lost and hopeless. Santiago wonders if he should go back home to Spain. Maybe his dream wasn't real after all. But then he remembers something important. His personal legend. The treasure is still out there. He knows he can't give up now, not after everything he has already sacrificed. Santiago decides not to return home. He will keep going. Santiago starts looking for a way to survive in the city. He has no money, but he knows he can't stop. He looks for work, and soon he finds a job with a man who sells crystals. This man is older and wise. He owns a small shop, and his business is not doing well. His shop is dusty, and he has very few customers. The man asks Santiago to help him clean the shop and sell crystals. Santiago agrees to work, and every day he cleans the shop, organizes the crystals, and tries his best to make the place look more attractive. He also talks to the customers and learns about the crystal business. Santiago realizes that if he helps the man make the shop more successful, he might be able to earn some money to continue his journey. Santiago works hard. He learns how to display the crystals in a way that catches the attention of customers. He starts telling people about the special powers of the crystals. Slowly but surely, the shop becomes busier. People come in to buy the crystals, and the shop begins to grow. Santiago even convinces the crystal seller to put a sign outside the shop, and more people start to visit. As the shop becomes more successful, Santiago starts to feel proud of his work. He sees that by focusing on his task and using his creativity, he can make things happen. Santiago feels like he is finally doing something right. The crystal shop is doing well, and he is making enough money to continue his journey to Egypt. Santiago starts to realize something very important. As he works with the crystals and helps the shop succeed, he learns about the language of the world. This is a language that everyone speaks, no matter where they come from. It's the language of dreams, the language of signs, the language of nature. For example, when Santiago looks at the sky, he sees the birds flying together. He understands that the birds are not just flying randomly. They are working together, helping each other. In the same way, Santiago realizes that people are connected by their dreams and goals. He understands that by following his dream, he is also helping others. And in return, the world will help him. Santiago feels that he is becoming part of something much bigger than himself. This is the language of the world, the way everything in life is connected. Now Santiago has enough money to continue his journey. He's learned a lot about business, working hard, and following his dreams. But he knows he can't stay forever in Tangier. His heart is still calling him to Egypt. The treasure is waiting for him. Santiago says goodbye to the crystal merchant, who thanks him for his help. The merchant tells Santiago, "You have taught me something. You have shown me that there is more to life than just surviving. Maybe I should follow my own dreams too." Santiago smiles and waves goodbye. knowing that he has helped the merchant just as the world is helping him. With a new sense of purpose, Santiago begins the next part of his journey, ready to face whatever challenges lie ahead. He knows that the treasure is waiting for him, but the journey is just as important as the treasure itself. The real treasure is the wisdom and love you find along the way. Finally, Santiago reaches the place where the treasure is buried. But there is one more test he must face. He must dig deep into the ground to uncover the treasure. The place is filled with memories of his journey, the people he met, and the lessons he learned. Part 5. The realization of the treasure. As Santiago's journey continues, he has learned so much. He has learned about the language of the world, how to trust his heart, and how to see deeper into the world around him. But there is still one final lesson he needs to learn. The treasure is not just something you find. It is something that grows inside you as you follow your dreams. After all his adventures, Santiago feels like he's come full circle. He's learned many lessons, faced many challenges, and has grown as a person. But even though he has reached the place where he was supposed to find the treasure, he realizes that his journey is not yet over. There's still something important to discover. Santiago sits by a tree, thinking about everything he's learned. He remembers the people he met on his journey, the lessons they taught him, and how he came to trust in the world and his heart. Santiago remembers the crystal merchant, the Englishman, and the alchemist. He remembers the wise words of the people he met, and how they helped him realize that the treasure wasn't just a physical object. It was a journey of growth, of learning, and of finding true happiness. As Santiago digs to uncover the treasure, he feels a mix of excitement and doubt. Will it really be there? Is the treasure really waiting for him? Or has he been chasing a dream that will never come true? But as he digs deeper, he realizes something important. It's not about the treasure at all. The treasure is the knowledge, the wisdom, and the strength he gained along the way. The treasure is the person he has become. Santiago now understands that life is about following your dreams, trusting yourself, and believing that the universe will guide you to where you need to be. Santiago's heart is filled with joy and peace. He realizes that he has already found the treasure in his heart. His journey has been the true treasure all along. The people he met, the challenges he faced, the lessons he learned, these are the things that matter the most. And now, Santiago knows that the world is full of treasures waiting to be discovered. It's just up to each person to go on their own journey to find them. As Santiago digs one last time, he uncovers a chest filled with gold coins and precious jewels. But the gold is not what excites him. What excites him is the realization that he has learned to follow his heart and trust in his dreams. This is the real treasure. Santiago's story is a journey of self-discovery. He learns that sometimes the things we search for outside of ourselves are already within us. He learns that the world is full of signs and clues, and if we pay attention, we can see the path to our dreams. Santiago has found his treasure, but it's more than just gold. It's the wisdom, the love, and the connection to the world around him. Now that Santiago has found the treasure, he has a choice. He could go back to the place he came from, but he knows that his journey is not over. Santiago knows that he must continue following his heart and seeking new adventures. The treasure is not an end. It is a new beginning. Santiago looks at the horizon, where the sun is setting. The world is full of opportunities and adventures waiting for him. He now understands that life is about continuing to dream, continuing to follow your heart, and never giving up on the path you have chosen. Part 6. The Final Lesson. As Santiago sat by the treasure he had found, he realized that it wasn't the material wealth that made him truly rich. It was the peace and understanding in his heart. He had come all this way to search for a treasure, but in the process he had found something more important. He had found himself. Santiago closed his eyes and thought about his journey. He remembered the days when he had felt lost, unsure if he was on the right path. Each of these moments had been part of the larger picture, leading him to the realization that true wealth comes from within. Santiago's mind went back to the wise words of the alchemist. When you really want something, the whole universe conspires to help you achieve it. These words had guided him through his toughest moments. He had learned to listen to his heart, to follow his dreams, and to trust the journey. Even when the road seemed difficult, he thought about the people he loved and the people he would meet in the future. He thought about his family, his friends, and his dreams. He realized that the true treasure was about living fully, about being kind, about being open to the world and the opportunities it brings. Before leaving, Santiago looked at the chest of gold and jewels one last time. He smiled, because he knew that the treasure was now just a symbol of everything he had learned. He stood up, ready to leave, and he said to himself, "The treasure is not just something you find. It's something that grows inside of you as you follow your dreams." With that, Santiago walked off into the horizon, ready to embrace whatever came next. He had learned that life is a journey of discovery, and that the most important thing is to never stop searching for your dreams. In the end, Santiago's story is a powerful reminder that the journey is just as important as the destination. It teaches us that we must follow our hearts, trust ourselves, and never give up on our dreams, no matter how hard the road may seem. The treasure we seek is often not what we expect, but something much more valuable. The lessons we learn, the people we meet, and the person we become along the way. This is the final part of The Alchemist, and I hope it inspired and motivated you. Santiago's journey teaches us that the universe is full of opportunities for those who follow their hearts, stay true to their dreams, and never stop learning. Success is not just about achieving goals, it's about the growth, the experiences, and the journey that shapes us into who we are meant to be. If you enjoyed the story and found it helpful, please give it a like and hit the subscribe button to stay updated with more tips and stories.